So the next part of the process is to take these copper wires and we're going to actually cut them in thirds. There's a little diagram of actually how they should be cut, but I think what I'm going to do is just get a wire cutter out and just get in here and start snipping away so that we can kind of see that they're in thirds. It is, I think that's going to put it about, what, about 2.5, 3 inches, or 2 to 3 inches, but we'll just go ahead and get those cut out. You know, the biggest thing about this is just actually having the right tools so that I can kind of just put a false idea of how I'm going to cut these. Probably after I get one, I think that'll give me a more realistic idea. So here, doesn't have to be exact, but you want to get to a point where, gosh, it's 3, that'd be 4, that'd be 4. So I'm going to kind of move this one here just over just a little bit. And give us an idea here. So I've got these cutters. I've not tried them. So let's see how well this works. Oh, that's really nice. Just continue this. I do like having the tape on here. Kind of helps keep things together. I think that's all I'm going to do at this particular point is just cut these out. These are for 2 boats, so you know, in case we need any longer wire or something like that, let's do that and see what we've got. Well, I guess we're going to get to start strapping the boat together. So what I have done is, based upon the directions, we're going to loosely fit these 2 sections together. Now, lining them up, and the best way to line them up is going to be based upon this seam. Now, as you can see, this seam right here, I made a mistake and actually glued down the wrong side. This is going to be our inside, and our outside is going to be a little different. With this being so down in the water, I really want to either paint this a forest green or a flat black or something like that. So we'll get all the imperfections out of the bottom, but this other side's not going to be as pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and just start putting these together. Actually, if you follow the directions the way that you should, what it says is to bring these two together like this. And we're just going to loosely put in the water. Now I'm basically skipping this one here. This is where those parts of the transom were put in. I can actually put it in, but I actually don't know which one I want to put that in. And as you can also tell, because we drilled these, or of course this group here was drilled by the cab, is that the holes are just matching right up. And that's the same thing that I did with the other one. The one that I cut out, I just drilled all the holes to make sure that those align. Okay, now I've got those all together, and the next kind of part that we're going to do as I kind of read through this. I did really well because it did say to skip the double holes. So maybe one of the best things, one of the best recommendations I can give you is to read these directions instead of what I'm doing is going as I'm going. I'm not going to do the other one right now. I will get to that in just a second after I finish this one. But what I want to do is I want to actually go to the next step where I'm putting those transom items in there to make it look more like a boat. So one of the things I'm also seeing is that I'm going to need some like 1x2s or something like that to kind of make some of these transoms be a little bit more stiffer, and I'll put some clamps on it. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this next group is, and we'll go from there. Once I finished putting the forms in, I needed to really bring the ends together, both the bow and the stern. And one of the things that I ended up doing was taking and spraying water on the Okomi plywood to make it a little more pliable. Now, you can't squeeze those together, but it made it a little bit more difficult when it was dry. By making it wet, it allowed me to do it on my own. One of the things that the directions say is actually to have a second person there. But what I ended up doing, because it was so hot and I knew that wood would just evaporate really quick, is I was able to wet it down, put in a few stitches, and it worked out well. Thank you for watching another episode. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button so that you can be notified of all the new videos that are being uploaded. We do upload every Friday morning, so look for a new episode. We'll catch ya on the flip side.